Ba 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 ba. And then here we are. We're live. Hi. Hey. Hey man.
What's up?
Hey man.
Episode 170
Yes.
of Intros Podcast. 170 times we have brought you this podcast, this tiny peek inside my tiny little mind, while guided and kept honest by the great and powerful my fucking homie, Anthony.
Hi. Hey people.
Anthony, we're fucking welterweights. Look at the size of my arm. Look at the size of that arm right now. And when I push up, the bicep is even bigger. That's what you get when you're a 170 guy. You know, we're at welterweight now. This podcast is a welterweight. I couldn't be happier.
Yes.
The only time I will be happier, because like I don't care about middleweight. When we get to episode 200, and we're the light heavyweight division, and we do heavyweight things like go onto Pornhub live. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned for that shit.
Yes.
Don't expect to see pornography. But
That's
expect to see content on Pornhub just because I'm fucking crazy like that right now.
yes.
Anthony, what the fuck it do?
Not much. I do have updates for everybody about the how I thought I almost died. So I figured out what
something like that.
happened. So my lovely girlfriend decided to just come over to my house and drop something off. And so cause I left some, we went grocery shopping. I left some food in her apartment. And so she just, my door happened to be unlocked because I leave it unlocked until 9 because I don't care. And so what happened was she comes in, drops the stuff off. As she gets ready to walk back out, she sees basically what looks like to be a raccoon-sized skunk, like blocking her from leaving my porch.
Oh,
So
this happens.
yeah, so she slams the door as loud as she can to scare the what is it called, the skunk, like out of her way, and she like scurries off. And that's why I had no idea what's going on. I got no text message, no nothing, and I think somehow
You
we
just
talked.
heard a loud crash.
I just heard a loud crash, and then so that's the reason why I left and walked around my house, and she found joy in that when she called me and said, "Hey, I dropped this off at your couch." She's like, "Oh, that was you. This is what happened." She's like, "Oh, is there video of it?" I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "Yes, Anthony's dead. This is
So
hilarious."
I want to be even more clear. So in the last episode, there was a
Yes.
moment
Yes.
where Anthony jumped up abruptly,
Mm-hmm.
left his station there behind that microphone, put his headphones on the fucking table, and walked out of the door, out of the view of the camera. There was no explanation for his absence. There was no discussion. But there was a loud crash, and then Anthony went to go investigate, and then didn't come back for a while. And I put my journalist hat on. You know, I tried to say, look,
Mm-hmm.
imagine he's not your friend. What if you didn't care about Anthony at all? What if Anthony just met his fucking maker just now? Like,
Right.
what if Anthony was on the podcast live with your boy here, and then went to go investigate? Because you know, in a horror movie, when someone goes to investigate a loud crash, often they don't fucking return. So I'm like, yo, Anthony's the first black dude in the movie to go investigate something.
Yeah, so
he's dead, right?
I'm double dead. Double dead.
He's essentially dead, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're the first black guy to go investigate. Don't investigate if you're in a horror movie.
Right.
So
But-
if you can go super meta and you're in a horror movie, do not fucking investigate. That's how you die.
Yeah.
Fight for your life when the monster tries to kill you, but don't go looking to see what that shit was, because while you're looking, he's already killing you. You got to be like chilling, and then he's gonna try to kill you for like a crime, like a social crime, like if you're having sex, right?
Yeah.
The guy's gonna try to kill you.
Yeah.
Right? If you're eating, you also might get killed.
I
You will
think.
get yourself
Yeah.
killed.
Maybe he thinks it's rape. Maybe he thinks it's rape. The murderer. Because I have to assume it's a man.
Whoa!
I have to assume it's a man. Because you're not gonna kill. You know, there's not like I don't believe this. All the super jacked women in the world are walking around trying to stab people. You know what they're trying to do? Win gold medals. They don't have time for that. But a random dude who has nothing going on for his life, yeah, he might want to stab people. So I'll say a guy. Because no lady's gonna kill me like that. If she knew she gets one stab in, not going. Not going.
So the question, speaking of stabbing people, the
Yeah.
question that I posed to you about whether it's correct or incorrect
Yeah.
to stop talking about a potential murder when people walk past you. I've been posing this question to a lot of people, and they don't seem to react as immediately. Like they're not like they don't really answer me for shoot. They kind of look at me like, "Are you serious?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." Like this is this is a real question. This is real motherfucking life.
Yeah.
I have some questions. Is it okay to continue the conversation about the murder?
What did the survey
Or is
say?
that inappropriate?
What did the survey say?
The survey says that I'm a psychopath and I shouldn't really talk to other people ever.
That's
The
a
survey
bad.
is wrong.
That's a bad
The survey
survey.
is wrong.
You had some bad
It's like
people.
the price.
Yeah, your populace was stupid. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh,
Just-
sir.
I was just saying. Think about it like this. They did
They
not
were-
answer the
they
question.
Were not accustomed,
They were- they-
they were not accustomed to such talk.
Listen here. There's only a couple answers in the. There's only a couple answers. It's is this appropriate? Yes, no, and why?
Well, yeah, there are only a couple of options.
Yes, and they chose an option that wasn't on the table at all.
Those cunts.
So that means they don't know how to take tests. How are they alive? They're just basically mouth breathers.
Mouth breathers.
Yes, mouth breathers.
Man, you're going hard in the streets.
I'm just saying, man. Just if you put a test down like that, is it appropriate to stop talking about murder when somebody walks by that wasn't a part of the conversation originally? And there's yes, no, and explain. That's it.
I think yes, no, or explain.
No, and explain.
These
yes,
are the
no,
options.
and explain. Yes, no, and explain. That's it. Like I think about it all the time, man. I thought about it. What was it? I thought about it all this. Was it that after we had that the last podcast? I thought about that all day because I was thinking about like how mad I was about that skunk. I was like, man, I gotta walk around my house like a fucking pussy because I gotta be scared of some overgrown like squirrel that can spray sneaky shit at me, and I pay money to live here.
No, the thing is, those things aren't scary. The smell and what you have to go through to deal with the smell is what's scary about the skunks.
Right.
So it's not like the skunk is gonna get me. The skunk is gonna spray the general area that I'm in, and now the next 8 to 12 hours of my fucking life are gonna revolve completely around me getting de-skunked.
Yes, and killing that skunk.
That's some shit.
And killing that
Like,
skunk.
when was the last time you had to deal with a skunking? When was the last time?
I've
that
never
you or
got
something that you had to
skunked. I've never
manage?
got skunked ever.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never
well, so
have.
you don't know.
I don't need to know.
You don't know what it's really like in the streets. So, the podcast listeners, some of them
Mm-hmm.
are aware that there's a 8-pound little man named Gizmo who's in my life and in my heart. And Gizmo is an Affenpinscher who looks like a Brussels Griffin.
Yes.
But he's not a Brussels Griffin, you fucks. He's an Affenpinscher, and he's proud of it. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And so young Gizmo thinks that he's not 8 pounds. Young Gizmo once left my leash, sprinted in a full gallop after a fucking deer. He's 8 pounds, and he saw a buck and was like, I think I can take him, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the skunk didn't scare Gizmo. Gizmo thinks he's a heavyweight, so Gizmo gets skunked.
Yeah.
Now, when you're that small, if it gets in his eyes, like he could have serious problems. He's a little guy. So I immediately grab my fucking phone and I'm Googling, like, I want to know the very best thing I can do for my fucking guy.
Right.
Like, I'm willing to spare like any expense. Like, I'm gonna go into debt. Like, like, do we have to put a lien on anything? Like, fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is
It's easy.
for the Gizmo.
Right.
This is for everything. So it turns out that there's a wives' tale about what to use. Now, if you were to be skunked right now and you didn't have Google, what would you use?
Tomatoes.
Tomato juice.
Tomato juice.
That's what I was always told, right?
Right.
And there's actually even a number associated with the amount of baths I would have to take in the tomato juice. Have you ever heard this?
I think it's like, was it like 27 or something like that?
And now it's funny that you said 27, because I was always told that it was 7.
Yeah.
So is this some weird black wives' tale about like the skunk
I don't
and
think so.
the number 7? It has to do something like the walls of Jericho, some bullshit like that, because that's not the best course of action.
Right.
peroxide,
Yeah.
baking soda, and Dawn soap. The same soap they use to get the oil
Mm-hmm.
out of like
Ducks.
otters and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what they have. It's oil.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking spray is oily. So the Dawn and the baking soda and the peroxide work together to get Gizmo into a safe, smell-free place. Now, I spent 2 hours in my backyard scrubbing and rinsing this little man. And then like warming him up when he would get too cold.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I'm ready to kill every skunk
Right.
on this earth. Like, what do? Like, they eat rats. Lots of cool things eat rats. Snakes eat rats.
Yeah.
Gizmo would eat a rat.
See.
So we don't need these fucking skunks like out here threatening young Gizmo. But yeah.
You know what the worst part
You
about that
told a
is?
skunk story, so I had to tell a skunk story because I don't know any other way to be besides competitive.
I understand that, but I'm gonna one up you and tell you what we should hate more now. Is not only skunks.
Tell me. Give
Not
me
sk-
something to hate. I love hating.
Not skunks, but people who make skunks pets. Those people need to die too. Even I don't care if they take the
Calm
skunk.
down.
I don't care if
We're
they
not
take.
exterminating people.
I don't
We're
care.
not getting genocidal, Anthony.
It's not genocide.
Do you
It's
see the flag behind me?
I'm just saying, man. Some people.
I'm feeling mad patriotic. I just watched Jess do a bunch of media shit today, and she had the American flag on her for a lot of it, and I'm just feeling mad patriotic. But
Then they can be
more
French.
than
You don't
any
care.
flag, that's the one that I'm ready to kill for. And I'm
Right.
not trying to kill people just because they own skunks. Now maybe if we threw batteries at them,
They're not. No.
and they got a couple good solid wallops of the battery, then they would be like, oh, I see the error of my ways. It's dumb to like keep vermin as pets.
Yeah.
Right? We can't just fucking kill them. We just have to pelt them with heavy metal objects for a little while. That's the key. If you throw too many batteries, they die.
Right.
And now it's cruel.
That is true. I got a better idea.
Complicated.
I got a better idea then. We hit radiation at their crotches so they don't reproduce ever
Calm
again.
down.
Just say
Jesus H.
just something to stop the process at the buck stops here. You think skunks are cool as a pet? I don't care if you take the stinky sack out of their body. You
Sure.
need to stop. You need to stop.
Yeah, they do remove their ability to spray.
Yeah.
Which, in a sense, is their ability to defend themselves.
Right. So
But that's no different. It's no different, in a way, than the common practice of declawing a cat.
that is correct. But I also don't
It's
believe
a
in
common
cats.
practice. It is currently frowned upon, but that's because we live in a weirdo progressive society now.
I agree. They should just get rid of cats too.
Calm the fuck down.
They're
There's
so-
nothing wrong with cats.
Cats are
Cats
disgusting.
are awesome. There are now 4 cats in this house.
Well, I'm happy for you.
The 4 catsmen.
When I come to visit, I'm wearing a hoodie and like sweatpants the whole time when I'm in that house. I do not like cats. Cats don't like me. Like I'm a dog person.
They're not gonna have any emotion toward you whatsoever.
You'd be surprised, man. Every time I go by somebody's house when there's a cat, they immediately try to claw me because they know I have ill will towards them if I was left alone with them.
What do you mean if you were left alone?
If
That's
I-
what
if
you
the-
do.
Oh, I would kick the crap out of a cat. I don't care.
What the fuck?
I don't like them. I used to. You know what the messed up part about
You
this
sound
is?
like a racist.
I am.
sound
You know what the messed up
you're
part
like-
about
you're
this
like,
is?
I don't like niggers. And it's like, well, why? I don't
Like
like
'em.
them.
It's in my DNA. I'm telling you right now. Because you know what's messed up? It's a
My
curse.
granddaddy didn't like them.
So yeah,
His
that's
granddaddy
exactly
didn't
what it
like 'em.
is. I'm
Is that
not.
what you're about to say?
I'm literally. My mom had a fear of cats, and I was a sick child. I would whenever when I was at somebody else's house, and they had a cat there. I would bring my mom into the room and like make sure the cat was around the corner and have her see it, and she would freak out and run.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
because I did that so
I can't
much,
believe that your first shoot argument is the same argument I made up for racist.
yes, yes.
That's your actual argument.
Like-
Like, you know, it's just in my bloodline. Like,
My
his
grandma
daddy
doesn't like-
had it,
yeah.
my daddy had it.
I was cool with them as a kid, but then I realized, like they're filthy. They're filthy. They're like heartless creatures that should just be served. To
Oh
be
my God.
Take-
All right, you're not wrong that
Right.
they are to a degree heartless creatures. They're aloof, psychopathic, killing machines.
Yes.
Right? but they're also beautiful. They're fun to watch, and as long as they're not bitey or aggressive, they make good pets.
I agree. If you don't have a soul, but if you do, you should keep them behind
Well,
glass.
Anthony, is this podcast one or
Yeah,
podcast
yes,
170?
indeed.
Look,
I'm not saying I'm
we
gonna
already know
no.
that.
Yes.
Like that's not
Yes.
that is
Yes. Yes.
not
Yes.
news.
Yes. 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 Let's talk about our
Not fresh information.
Let's talk our imaginary lack of soul. Yes. 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 Continue onward. So yeah, they're disgusting animals. That was the thing. And so basically, yeah, they're
No,
cats.
they're pretty clean, except for the fact. Here's what's disgusting. What's disgusting is that they stand on their piss and shit,
Yes.
and they try to like jump on stuff that they should never touch, since that's also something they touch.
Yeah.
So there's that. But if you keep that to a minimum and you fucking kick their ass or push them or something, or make them scared and they run away, then they'd stop doing these kinds of behaviors. Like, I expected to have so much conflict between the animals themselves and, frankly, between us, like the humans,
Yeah.
over the animals. So much more conflict I was preparing for emotionally than anything took place. Like, nothing has been a big deal.
Yeah. I understand.
Yo, we just got a text message about t-shirts. People want Love and Choke shirts, but they're gonna have to wait until like mid to late June. That's when I'm trying to make sure that like at the end of June, I want to have new design shirts out for everybody to buy. I want to have possibly another product, maybe something along the lines of a length where all that thigh meat
There you
can
go.
be free.
I'm
You know you want to let your fucking thighs out. You're sick of being a coward.
I'm
You're
so
sick of
so
a life of
happy that
cowardice.
my head censored your crotch. I'm so happy that worked
What?
out. My like the way you were positioned, your crotch, your dick is like my whole screen blocked it out so nobody could see it. It's amazing.
Good.
It's amazing.
We gotta protect kayfabe out here.
I guess.
But just so they know,
Shirts.
it's looking
shorts.
big today.
Shirts,
It's
shorts.
looking- Everyone has good days and bad days.
Yes.
Today's a good day. What's wrong with saying that out loud?
There's nothing wrong with
People
it.
can say they have a good hair day.
They can. People say they have a good cock day. I think that was one of those blue collar
Just
comedy.
having a good dick week. You
who-
know?
who's the guy who did the Are You Smarter Than a
It's
Fifth
a
Grader?
good week to be a thought.
Who's that guy? The hillbilly guy did not that. Well, he's not a hillbilly. He plays a hillbilly. He plays like a redneck. The guy from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? He had a joke like that. He's like, some days, I want to take it on a leash. I want to walk
Oh,
it.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah, Jeff
is who
Fox.
you're referring
Yes.
to.
He talked about taking it on a leash. He's like, I want to take it on a leash and walk it around town. When it looks good like that.
Yeah, every now and then you wish you could like enter it into like a county fair.
It's like,
You're like,
it's like, watch this.
I need a prize.
It's like, watch this, watch this.
Crown me
Yes.
king.
I'm sure they have some somewhere.
So today's been a long day.
Right.
I'll give a brief recap of my day, and then I'm gonna fucking skate. This is gonna be
Okay.
possibly the shortest episode in Love and Chugs podcast history. My day started around 6 a.m. today, which is rare. Usually my day starts around 8. But today we had some PT stuff for Jess. I got some massage work done because my shoulder and my neck's been bugging me. Then I did my lift today.
Mm-hmm.
And so today I had, because I don't think I'm doing the exact same thing you're doing, but it might be.
Okay.
Today I had squat, strict press,
Yep.
and deadlift.
Yeah.
Are we doing the same?
Yeah, we're doing the same. I couldn't do the deadlift because of my
Okay,
rib,
okay.
but yeah, deadlift. We did have those.
Yeah,
too.
so that's what I had today. And then it started with like animal movements and
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah.
body line, right? And that was really good. I felt really awesome after lifting, except my hands feel like pussy. Like, you know what it is? Just making them really soft.
Mm-hmm.
The sauna and the fucking hot tub are softening my calluses so much that when I went to go fucking deadlift, I was only deadlifting 215
Right.
and my hands hurt.
Yeah. Just
My
like,
hands hurt.
not like
at
calluses, but
215.
pain, like actual pain, not calluses, but actual pain.
Pain in my fingers
Mm-hmm.
and pain on the calluses. Like you can barely see my calluses.
You can
'cause
definitely see
they're
them.
too soft. What?
You can definitely see them. They look like yellow. Like it looks like you like been rubbing oranges on your calluses.
Yeah, but they're not where they used to be. They used to be
Gotcha.
much more swole. They're like, they were rugged as fuck. I
Rugged
started looking like a
calluses.
fucking working class man. Like, people were saying that they were enjoying the rough hands, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Amazing.
And now
Amazing.
I will continue the story. I'll move forward past that joke. Fuck. That's the thing. I made a joke about this on Instagram. I like my jokes like way too much.
Yeah.
Like like I love my jokes. I laugh hard at my own jokes. So I was making a joke today that I'm just gonna like do stand-up material
Mm-hmm.
and then never show it to anyone but myself and just sit and like watch myself do stand-up like it's a special.
Something wrong with you.
And here's the sick thing: I would for shoot enjoy it. Like I would in real life be like, "Oh, this is so fun!" Like I'd be so happy with myself. All right, so then after the workout, which was neat and cool, I did something even cooler,
Okay.
and it's gonna be in my Instagram feed. You'll see the kind of thing I'm talking about, but you won't see me doing it. I think today. I think I'm gonna post the video that I took. Have you ever seen the underwater treadmill?
I have, yes. I've been asking you about that forever.
No, I was on that motherfucker
Yeah.
today. You get fucking lowered into that bitch. You get lowered into that bitch like you're Bruce fucking Wayne. Like you know, like in Batman Begins when he like goes under the water and shit. It's essentially that. It's essentially that. That shit is so rad.
Right.
It was so fun. And now that I'm less of a hydrophobe, it was a fun thing to do. Like, so Jess and Casey are in the water
Mm-hmm.
and they're playing around doing some drills. And I'm watching them. I just walked into the room after my lift. And I realized, oh, I'm going to have to get in there. I'm a better size matchup, right?
Right.
To do drills in the water. So I hop into the water. And as I'm pushing off, I'm like, oh, this is colder than I expected. I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's like a quick thought,
Yeah.
right? And it was like it's the remnants of the hydrophobia. It's like it's ghosts, right? Like
Yeah.
this used to freak me out, right? Like and someone's gonna be grabbing me and moving me around.
no.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't like this.
I don't want to get dunked. I can't swim well.
Yeah.
I can't even go under the water without my nose plugged.
Gotcha.
Right? And so like when I push off into the pool, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't. No, this is fucking straight. This is awesome. And I was like, I can't wait to run in this fucking treadmill. So we did some movements and then we did some grappling stuff. It was really fun. And then there was a 30-minute sauna. I met Glover Teixeira.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking super nice. Well, he was super nice to me.
Yes.
Let's make sure we keep our language accurate as fuck. So that in hindsight, if he's like, oh, it turns out Glover Teixeira is an axe murderer. Did you know that?
Wow.
And it's like, well, Darren Branch was on record saying he was a very cool guy. That's what Darren said. Darren said that axe murderer guy is fucking cool. I'm like, well,
He murdered me.
I later restated and corrected my remarks.
Mm.
He was nice to me. That's accurate.
Yes.
Doesn't make judgments on who he is or how he is. But that was neat. And then Jess had a bunch of media stuff. And I'm always proud of the way that she conducts herself in these environments. Like the first time I really got to see it was after the fight in Toronto. Because I didn't live with her for that camp.
Right.
Right? So if it doesn't involve jiu-jitsu at the time that jiu-jitsu class is, or we just happen to be hanging out, I didn't see her like that, you know, like she had to do some interview. I didn't see this interview take place.
Right.
But like I've seen so much media since that night in Toronto that she won and did all that media, and I was like, man, she's really good at this. And she's doing great. And today I think is the best she's done. Like today she fucking put a knife in the heart, like. And not in a way she was burying anybody. She wasn't burying anybody. I'm saying she just fucking killed it.
Right.
Like it was super good. It was super, super good. And I felt like she was understood by the people in the room in a way that I don't know if if she's really put herself across as well as she did today. It was fucking great. So I'm excited for people to see the kind of content that gets produced by that. And so that took a couple hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I'm walking around and like there might be some mischief. I might have interacted with a big painting of Connor. I might have interacted with a big statue of Joe Louis and the UFC belts and some of the staff. There might have been some mischief, but it was all in good fun.
Okay.
And it was a spectacular day. And right now, we've got Jess's manager, John Meehan, our homeboy Mike, aka Lazy the Savage, who I guess people would say is a photographer, but I don't think that's the most accurate thing to say. Like, it's more than that. I think the term like documentarian also applies, because he puts things together and he understands that he's telling a story about these athletes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not just snapping the fucking camera off. Like, I feel like, especially in like today's age, so many people could just snap pictures. But like, if you're telling a story, you're documenting something. You're a documentarian. You're like a storyteller.
Right.
And I think that's a much cooler thing to be than just a photographer.
Yeah.
So he's here, and they have a couple more things they want to shoot. But Mike does jiu-jitsu, and so I want to train with him a little bit.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why I want to take off relatively soon.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
that's the day that I've had,
Yes.
and it was a lovely one. Is there any weird news in the
Oh,
world?
I have. Well, there's a lot, but we can pick one. We can talk about.
Give me one piece.
We can talk about a teen gets penis stuck in drain pipe and has to be freed with a circular saw.
Well, look,
Is it that weird, or do you want?
did he do it on a dare?
No.
Was he trying to get off?
Yes.
Wow. All right, I want to hear this story.
Yes. So, a horny teenager had to be freed with a circular saw after getting his penis stuck inside a toilet pipe. The randy 16-year-old lad put his member inside the waist-height metal pipework at his home in Johor, Malaysia, on May 20th. But midway through the bizarre tryst, his private swelled so much that it became stuck inside the gray alloy tube, which was uncovered and protruding outwards from the wall. The embarrassed lad desperately tried to free himself for over an hour before finally shouting his housemates for help. His pals then called the emergency services. And then there's pictures of like him like standing like up against the pipe, and then like this dude with a helmet with a saw cutting the pipe free from the wall. And then there's pictures of him in like these sheets covered up as they're trying to like cut the pipe off his like open it up. So the senior fire officer, Simon Idris of the Tagak Fire and Rescue Station, said they received an emergency call from the victim's residence around 10 p.m. on May 20th. And this is the worst part about it. They gave away this man's business. The metal pipe is about 6 inches in length with a thickness of 5 millimeters and is no longer used. The firemen had to cut the pipe first. The rescuers brought with them a metal cutting saw, which they used to manually cut the pipe, hoping to free the boy. But his penis remained wedged inside, forcing them to remove the whole length of pipe, which appeared to be around 30 millimeters wide. Footage from the hospital bed an hour later shows sparks flying and the bed writhing uncontrollably as medics and firemen use a huge circular saw to remove the pipe. Doctors from Sutherland Specialist Hospital and firemen finally removed the lad's penis just before midnight. They advised the other residents to seal off the pipe to prevent the incident happening again.
Yeah, now, do you know why this happened and why it might happen again, Anthony?
Because he
And like, when I say this, people are gonna be like, "That's a joke," and it is a joke. I am kidding,
Yeah.
but I'm also entirely fucking serious. Do you know why that happened?
because there's some sexual
You know why that
sexual
happened
attraction
again?
sexual attraction towards towards orifices like that.
Oh no!
Oh, why?
No! If only it were that simple. You would think that I would go to something like that, like, "Oh, this is just a case where a person had sexual attraction to an object,
Okay.
and this person just happened to get caught." No, Anthony, I don't think that's what happened.
What?
I think this person lives in a Muslim country. And in a Muslim country where things are repressed and weird, things get repressed and weird, and now you press your dick into a pipe in the fucking hole in the wall. It's a very sad thing.
Yeah.
Malaysia, the official religion of Malaysia is Islam.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And that's all you need to know. That's the joke. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
But I'm serious. I think that's a factor. I do think it's a factor. I think in a country where a religion that didn't go through the Enlightenment is the official religion of that country, I think people are likely to stick their dicks into things that they shouldn't go in.
Right.
They tend to be undereducated about these matters, and hormones are still hormones. And if they see something that looks like a shape that is familiar to them, familiar to their hand, and they're bored of their hand,
Yeah.
and they know they can't do what they're supposed to do with it right now because
Mhm.
the circumstances aren't right and the law wouldn't like it, well, then they start to get creative, and now your dick is in a hole.
There you go.
Anthony,
Yes.
it was good talking to you.
It's good talking to you too.
Episode 170.
Yes.
We are welterweights.
Big
And
boys.
soon, we will have another episode for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your ear and your time. Goodbye, Internet. Anthony, this is a shoot. Peace out.
See you.